Can you say global warming? Yes, my friends, we're having the hottest summer ever. We are breaking records every day. And don't forget, the very minute it cools off just a little bit, the global warming deniers are going to be going... Where's your global warming now? They seem unaware their whole thing was created by a corporation. There you go, sufficient proof. The global warming deniers are a bowl of crapola. The sun beats. Hi! You have somehow stumbled into another wonderful Perry Logan show, this one called Fear in a Handful of Dust. Fear in a handful of dust. Oh yeah. The sun beats, and the dead tree gives no shelter. The cricket, no relief, and the dry stone, no sound of water. Only there is shadow under this red rock. Come in under the shadow of this red rock, and I will show you something different from either your shadow at morning striding behind you or your shadow at evening rising to meet you. I will show you fear in a handful of dust. I will show you fear in a handful of dust. The sun beats. You can repeat after me if you like. The sun beats. I said the sun beats. And the dead tree gives no shelter. The cricket, no relief. I am the cricket. I give no relief. And the dry stone, no sound of water. Only there is shadow under this red rock. Come in under the shadow of this red rock. And I will show you something different from either your shadow at morning striding before you, or your shadow at evening rising to meet you. I will show you fear in a handful of dust. Over here. No, over here. It really is September 15th, 2011. Why would I lie about that? What is it with you people? I'm afraid to go out there, okay? It's still in the plus 100s or close to it here in Austin. It's the hottest summer in Texas history, the biggest drought ever. It's part, they tell me, the scientists whisper in my ear, it's part of a mega drought. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has gotten so bad. We're talking about global warming. Can you say global warming? Global warming! I thought you could. Well, you see, not only is it real, but it's like 10 times worse than they thought. It's worse than they had predicted. They predicted it would be bad, and their predictions were right, except for being not bad enough. And now it's reached the point where I'm kind of afraid, aren't you? To go out into beautiful Austin, Texas, which is now kind of like an oven. 15-year-old athletes are dropping dead in the heat. Would you think about that? 15-year-old athletes are dropping dead in the heat. And here's the thing. What you get from the global warming deniers is an icy silence, right? Yeah, you get a kind of an icy silence from the global warming deniers. There goes my... Oh, I can tell you've been outside, man. You are dripping wet. You shouldn't even go out there. It's been over 100 during the hottest summer, the biggest drought in Texas history since we were like all molten lava. There was a time when we were all molten lava, and I believe that's how far back you've got to go to find a hotter, drier, deadlier summer than we're having here in Texas. It's as if there were an evil lid or bowl or dome of annihilation, a retribution perhaps of global warming. Perhaps we Texans have sinned against nature in some ways worse than others, because you see, there's a beautiful cold front covering the United States. Just everyone is going, cold front. They're getting so rare. They are getting to be practically unknown. Old people are saying to their children, I remember the last cold front. It was only 50 years ago. Be calm, ladies and gentlemen. Perry is enjoying just a little bit of fantasy, but you know those cold fronts are gonna get harder to come by as a dome or lid of redemptive punishment suffocates Texas, oblivious to the impotent prayers of Rick Perry. Oh, and how totally oblivious to the impotent prayers of Rick Perry is this redemptive lid of heat, frying global warming deniers like so many slices of bacon on the sidewalk. Visualization exercise. Visualize global warming deniers frying on the sidewalks like they ought to be.
Those global warming deniers are saying, they're frying on the sidewalks.
It was a fantasy. I'm sorry, it was like a little fugue-like moment there. It's so hot. I'm afraid to go out. You should be afraid to go out. Certainly don't let your children go out there, 15-year-old athletes quite literally have dropped dead in this heat. Now, if that doesn't shut up the global warming deniers, what the hell can? Yeah, that's fear. Yeah, here's some fear for you, global warming deniers.
And now, Big Government Perry.
Big Government Perry. Hello, this is another ridiculous persona. This is Big Government Perry. Fear, I said fear. Repeat after me. The sun beats. said the sun beats. This is Big Government Perry. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the fact that by now, you see, even the stupidest global warming denier can see we are being fried by global warming. Global warming himself is showing up to kick the butts of the global warming deniers. It just doesn't get any clearer than that, does it? Watch this. Here's global warming.
Yeah, this is global warming. I understand there's a few little hissy-snip little twits down on Earth who say I'm not real, and I'm frying them like bacon on the sidewalks.
Yay!
Global warming would like you to visualize global warming deniers frying like strips of bacon on the sidewalks. Yeah, I said
Now back to the show. This is Big Government. This is Big Government Perry. I was momentarily possessed by the spirit of global warming, who is understandably ticked off that a few corporations and some gullible little twits on planet Earth are pretending like it's not happening, even as 15-year-old athletes die from being out in the heat. Whoa, if that doesn't shut up the global warming deniers, what will? But how are we going to fix this, or even survive? It may be too late to fix it. Thank you, global warming deniers. Hey, everybody, I would like you to take a moment to thank a global warming deniers for helping to make this irreversible. You can thank him by metaphorically
punching the crap out of him.
But only metaphorically, because we abhor violence here. Do not, I repeat, do not
punch the crap out of a global warming denier!
Or otherwise hurt anyone. There should be no violence. But here's what I'm saying. Here's what Big Government Perry is saying. The only solution to global warming and global climate change is big government. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey! I'm sorry, but if you have big feet... Okay, this is a quiz. This is a quiz for the challenged, okay? A quiz for the challenged. Question 1. If you have big feet, do you want A, small shoes, or B, big shoes? Thank you. Thank you. Big shoes. Okay, honey. Question 2. If you have a big car, visualize a big car. Let's say you have a big car. Oh, and let's say you're ordering an engine for it. Okay, you know. In capitalism, anything is possible. Well, do you want A, a small engine, or B, a big engine? I see a certain amount of contempt for this quiz rising in my audience. We interrupt the quiz for this weird jam. The sun beat. I said the sun beat. Okay. Question 3, we're still in the pop quiz. Question 3, if you have a big country with really big problems, such as global warming. If you have really big problems such as fear in a handful of dust, do you want a big government or a small government? Everybody gets the point. We all get the point. That's why I'm Big Government Perry, and I'm pointing out that while I favor democracy and human rights very dearly, it seems to me from a practical, realistic Earth point of view, just kind of an Earth point of view, the only solution to global warming, trying to eliminate how badly we're screwing up, anything we can do to survive the next few years is probably going to come from some kind of strong government. Yeah. And I guess we're at this sort of nexus of choice here in the US where, okay, the only thing that's going to solve global warming, you see, you can't solve it by denying it. That's why the global warming deniers are visibly frying on the streets like, oh, let's say, marshmallows. Visualize a global warming denier as a tiny little burnt nub of a marshmallow. Not to encourage bad ideas. Anyway, so while even kids, even athletes, young athletes are literally being killed by this, you see, this suggests a need to get the global warming deniers out of the way. In a peaceful way. In a peaceful way. And not by pounding the crap out of the global warming deniers. I said pounding the crap out of the global warming denier. Okay? Okay, stop visualizing pounding the living crap out of a global warming denier. Stop. Some of you are still visualizing beating the crap out of a global warming denier. Ah! You must stop. Get a grip. Oh, well, the only real solution is some kind of central government because, you see, we will need a planned economy. Oh! We will need international cooperation. We will need regulations. We will need everything the right hates. And the right just happen to be the global warming deniers. Okay? So the right are also metaphorically frying on the sidewalks. Yay! As the sun beats. I said the sun beats. I said the sun beats.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Austin's beloved Perry Logan with the weather. A blessed and increasingly rare cold front will be soothing and cooling the United States, bringing relief to the citizens of the East, the West, the North, well, everywhere but Texas, here represented by this book. You see, nature's punishing Texas with a dome of redemptive superheat and mega drought, frying the global warming deniers on the sidewalks like so many sides of beef.
Why should I be so hard on the global warming deniers during this terrible drought? Part of a mega drought, by the way. actual scientists say that not only are we having a record drought, tragic record drought here in Texas, a dome, really, of redemptive evil over the state of Texas right now. It's like going to be a mega drought. I have yet to hear any scientists talk about an end to this drought. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that's fear. You know that the minute it cools down, calm down, you know damn well, the minute a cold front, it gets chilly, the minute a cold front comes through, the global warming deniers are going to be going,
Where's your global warming now? It's really cold.
I'm not going to call them doofuses, but you just know the minute there's any sign of cold weather, you know, the folks at Fox News who are evil, okay, they're cute, but evil. We love the people at Fox News, but they're doing evil. And you know the minute there's like a cold snap, they're going to be going, So, this is my preemptive attack on them. Hey, global warming deniers,
How the hell do you explain this record heat?
don't you see your whole idea came from a corporation? How does it feel having your whole mind be a wholly owned subsidiary of a corporation?
Daddy?
Yes, Jeannie.
What's a cold front? The kids and I were talking today, and one of them said there used to be things called cold fronts.
Oh, Jeannie, I wish you hadn't asked that. Cold fronts are something they used to have, you see, before the lid of global warming began to cook the state of Texas, as the ineffectiveness of Rick Perry's prayers prove.
The ineffectiveness of Rick Perry's prayers proves?
That's right, the ineffectiveness of Rick Perry's prayers proves. I'm almost scared to go out. And people say, Perry, why are you being so hard on the global warming deniers? Yeah, Perry, why are you being so hard on the bloody global warming deniers?
Frying like so many strips of bacon.
Hey, don't go psychotic on me. Oh, I won't. Okay? Okay. Why would I be hard on the global warming deniers after they've been so nice? Why would I be so hard on the global warming deniers after they've been so nice? Well, among other things, you see, the repercussions of global warming and global climate change are more frightening, or as frightening as anything, in an age of frightening stuff. Fear and a handful of dust Well, you know, that is a line from T.S. Eliot. I should mention that the passage that begins with the sun beats. The sun beats. I said the sun beats. The sun beats. Is from T.S. Eliot. It's from The Wasteland, a poem by T.S. Eliot, which I recommend. Okay? It's a weird poem, but then this is a weird show, right? Right. Anyway, the repercussions, however, are anything but funny. You know, there's a lot of real suffering going on here in Texas, and there's no intention here to make fun of or minimize it. You know? Oh, but you see, as resources get short from all this change in climate, resources will get short and poorly distributed. There will probably be resource wars. We in the U.S., who are fighting 3 wars which are arguably resource wars. All right, you see, there might be wars over water. This is really frightening stuff that the world is headed for. That's what the whole T.S. Eliot's metaphor of fear and a handful of dust is all about. Okay.